Yo everyone, Haku with the Tubes here, and today's a bit of a busy day for me, but I still wanted to put something out there for you guys, so I'm going to do kind of a quick news update prediction theory for The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 9, based on the new promo that came out. And I'll probably get into some comic spoilers in this video, so if that's something you don't want to see, that's fine, just fair warning. Though just because something happened in the comics doesn't really make it any more likely to happen in the show. So first off, a lot of people seeing the trailer think that the Rick speech at the beginning is going to be Rick speaking maybe near Carl's hospital bed if he gets injured, because there's an injury that he has happened to him sometime around this time in the comics that is a very important plot point for the character, I feel, and I think they'll do something similar, and it's looking like they're going to do something similar in the show for the character, even if they don't do the same thing. And a lot of people are saying that Rick saying this in the beginning of the trailer is a hint that that's going to happen in episode 9 or 10 when we get back into the back 8 of the season. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about here. What I wanted to talk about is when Maggie yells, and most people are thinking that she's yelling Glenn, and this means, hey, maybe Glenn's really going to get injured here. But I don't think that's true. To me, it didn't even sound like she was yelling Glenn at all from the first time I heard it. It sounds more to me like she's yelling Rick, and I think this adds more into the theory that Carl is going to get injured in some way. Now, first coming down off the steps in their little group, I do think that Sam and Jesse are going to get grabbed by walkers, and I don't really have anything to support this. I don't like to look at spoilers ahead of time or anything, but I think that Sam and Jesse are likely going to die, though I think Ron might live, because it seems like they still have a lot to do with Ron's character that I think could be enjoyable for the rest of the season and maybe into next season. So once Sam and Jesse get grabbed by walkers, I feel like Ron's really going to be freaking out. Rick will probably be freaking out too, trying to keep the walkers off of them and maybe having to pull Carl away from him like he did in the comics, trying not to spoil too much if people don't want me to. But I feel like Gabriel also will sort of start holding walkers off, because once this goes down, the walkers are going to be onto them, and they're going to have to start fighting their way out of all of this. And that's when I get into what Maggie's yelling. It sounds to me, and it sounded to me from the beginning, like she's yelling Rick. And why this makes sense to me is that if Carl does get shot or injured in some way, maybe he kneels down or falls down, and he has Judith, and both of Rick's kids are about to get eaten, and Maggie can see from up on the platform that she's on. So she's yelling Rick to try to alert him, and to try to alert him to what's going on with his family. He's about to lose both of his children. And she seems horrified, and of course you would look horrified if you were seeing two kids about to get killed, or depending on how bad Carl's injury is, it could be really gruesome, and she could think that Carl's already dead. And maybe if he fell towards Judith's direction, Maggie could think that Judith may have died in it too, but she can't see all that well from where she is. So then from there, I think that Rick will likely have his moment where he freaks out. He's going to grab Carl and Judith and run and try to find Denise. Now, we know Denise is still with the wolf, and I'm not sure what they're doing there. I have no evidence to support this, and I doubt it's even going to happen, but I would love to see the wolf just in a position where he has to fight his way out with the rest of the Alexandrians and just team up with them, at least for the moment, to try and survive the horde. I think that'd be an amazing thing to do with the character. I like the actor, and I think that it would make for an interesting character as part of the group of Alexandrians moving forward. And then we'll likely get into some Heath and Spencer and see some of the others again as well. I don't know if Tobin's dead or not. He seemed injured, but I'm hoping Tobin's alive. We can see him some more. I think Gabriel's really going to step up, and we are going to have them try to fight their way out, along with Glenn and Enid showing up. They have to find a way to save Maggie. Eugene, Rosita, and Tara's group are still in there. Morgan and Carol are knocked out. We still have a lot that's going to happen. And other than that, the only other thing I think we're really going to have in that episode is maybe a little bit of Sasha, Abraham, and Daryl with the saviors that stopped them on the road. But I'm not sure if we'll get all of that in this episode or not. I think that when they come back, they're not going to do all of that in one episode. I think the No Way Out storyline is probably going to last from episodes 9 and 10, and then from 11 onward we'll get into the larger world storyline. So in conclusion, I think what I wanted to say here is that Maggie's not yelling for Glenn. I don't think anything bad's happening to Glenn after the fake-out death we had in the first half of the season. I think that she's more trying to alert Rick to his family in danger, and I think this adds to the evidence that Carl is going to get some sort of injury. Whether it's similar to his comic injury or not is yet to be seen, but I think it'd be interesting if they did something similar. As always, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see my videos when they first come up. I will be doing more Walking Dead videos, more Tower of God. I plan to do One Piece as soon as the chapter is out, but the chapter wasn't out yet today, and I needed something to put up today, so I figured this would be a good point to speak on just for a short video to hold people over for today, because I want to try to get a video out almost every day. Follow the Twitter for the YouTube channel if you want to see when my videos first come out. It's going to be posted there. So anyway, that's it. Like the video, subscribe if you want to, check out the Twitter if you want to. I'll be putting up more videos, and I will see you guys next time.